A fair day for most people out in the UK and Ireland today, with quite high temperatures for parts of England, and that will continue tomorrow in the east before it gets rained off by a big front moving through. 29 degrees was the high in Reading and 28 in many locations along the eastern part of England, up the East Midlands and through to Yorkshire. Low temperatures overnight, Frittenden 11 degrees there, as well as a few other locations in the southeast of England in rural areas, and up in Scotland as well. Cairnwell at 12 and Sire right up in the far northern reaches down to 12 degrees as well. For tomorrow, we're looking at excessive heat warnings for parts of East Anglia and eastern England, with high wind warning overnight for parts of the western Isles of Scotland, and wind advisories for large parts of the country too. So what happens? Overnight, this is what we're looking at. A big front that starts to move through from the west eventually, with temperatures still quite warm overnight for most areas there, into the mid-teens for a lot of those locations. This front will absolutely be quite breezy as well, with some strong winds possible, wind gusts at least to 40 miles per hour in a few spots in western Scotland. This front continues to move throughout the course of the day, and as it pushes through there, it will rain off those very high temperatures that will be occurring across England. Gradually, the eastern areas will be the warmest. Up in Scotland though, it's a similar picture but at a less of obvious scale. 23 degrees the high temperature in Aberdeen as well as in Edinburgh, and behind that down to 18 degrees roughly in Glasgow. Across Ireland it's pretty cool, still getting quite a bit of rain after that initial front moves through, but partly cloudy skies in general. Same too for Wales and in the southwest, but temperatures still getting quite high there. We'll look further east where it's still going to be fair conditions ahead of that front that's moving through by afternoon. 32 the expected high in London and 31 up in Norwich. So large areas there up that corridor into East Anglia from London. Looks like we're going to see some very high temperatures during the course of Sunday. Things will cool down later on in the day, but it will be too late for a lot of those eastern areas, and it'll be quite breezy as well, with winds getting up to around 30 miles per hour in gusts for some of those locations later on in the day. So there it is, moving off into the North Sea now. Some significant rainfall amounts as well we should be expecting, and temperatures will fall to much more tolerable levels, down to about 7 degrees in some parts of Scotland in rural areas. And on Monday, a big bank of cloud is on its way with less high amounts of precipitation, but we'll still be looking at some sunshine and showers over parts of Scotland, and I must say it'll feel a little bit more like our typical summer weather now as we get into the new week. High temperatures in Scotland there, 20 or 21 degrees, not far from the average there, with rain moving in from the southwest making it cooler. Across Ireland, temperatures struggling a little bit more there, 19 degrees the high temperature, mostly cloudy, a little bit of rain here and there, wetter in the west later on in the day. And across England and Wales it should remain dry for most areas. You'll be very unlucky to get some rain. Still looking at some higher temperatures in the southeast, 25 degrees in London, but look towards the northwest and Wales there, only just getting to 19 degrees Celsius, which is a far cry from what we've seen in previous days. So it will feel pretty pleasant after the week that we've had, or at least the weekend that we've had on Monday. It'll be quite breezy as well, with more winds escalating in from the North Atlantic, and the North Sea coast will get a little bit of a breeze there as well, so all around there it'll be a little bit windy. Monday night, a big area of rain will be moving through Ireland and just about reaching the western coast of Great Britain by the morning hours. Temperatures going down again to around 11 or 12 degrees generally, warmer though in the Republic of Ireland. And on Tuesday, a very much cloudier picture, with a bit of rain moving through during the morning hours in northern England and across western Scotland. Lots of rain moving in the afternoon, but southern England should remain fairly dry except for the far east there, which will have a little bit of rain in the afternoon. High temperatures of 24 and 23 generally in a few other locations there as well. Looking okay for a decent day on Tuesday, especially the further south you are. Well, that's all for now on today's update. We have an excessive heat warning in effect, so please take care out there tomorrow.